Hey, I'm Bob. I've been totally blind since birth, and I'm into Tales from the Crypt. That's right, it is part 10 of the video vlog series I've been filming throughout October. And yeah, we're talking about Tales from the Crypt, that little TV show that used to air on HBO and would later air in syndication back in the 90s. And my first episode was What's Cookin'? I remember it being the summer of 1992. I was visiting my grandparents in Arkansas, and I hear this demented laugh coming from the TV room. So I run in there, and lo and behold, there is the Crypt Keeper in all of his undead glory on TV. And that was the episode in which we get to see those guys basically making steaks out of people they don't like. And everyone in their restaurant is enjoying business because it's booming. So that was the first episode I remember seeing. And I wouldn't see Tales from the Crypt again for another 2 years because we had basic cable, or we would be getting basic cable that fall. But, HBO was extra, so my folks didn't pay for that, which was fine. I remember going to Memphis. We didn't have Fox, but my grandma and my aunt did. And during the summer of 1994, we would watch Tales from the Crypt every Saturday night from 10 to 11. You'd get two back-to-back episodes. So it would be my aunt, my cousin, and my grandma, and myself. And we would all be out there sitting on the couch or at the dinner table, respectively. And we would be eating Baskin Robbins and watching whatever tale Crypt Keeper would be spinning that particular week. And some of my favorite episodes, aside from What's Cookin', are The Secret, the one where the kid gets adopted by vampire parents, but he has a little surprise of his own that he's unaware of. And man, that ending terrified me when I was a kid. I did not see that coming, and no, I did not intend to make that pun. That just kind of slipped out there. How about that? I don't think I'll be doing another take of this. I'll just leave this in there. So, The Secret was fun. The Thing from the Grave was another good one. That one was a bit of a sad episode there in the end, but it was an interesting episode. The bad guy got his just desserts there at the end of that particular episode. I think Terry Hatcher was in that one, and Mick Garris, I think, was a really fun episode. What other ones? I think Cutting Cards was fun. That one had Lance Hendrickson in it, I believe. What a gory little episode that one was. I think that's the one where they're playing poker, and if they lose a hand, or if they wind up losing, they have to amputate more and more of their body parts. Man, that one was pretty wild. What other episodes? What was the Werewolf Concerto, or Concerto for Werewolves, or something like that, I think. That's the one where a werewolf is haunting or menacing hotel guests. They're trying to figure out who he is or she. That one was fun. Quite a lot of fun episodes. Walmart was doing some Halloween sales a few years ago, and they had all 7 seasons of Tales from the Crypt, I think, and I grabbed the last 3 or so because I want to say I got the first 4 seasons for my birthday, but Walmart went ahead and marked them way down before Halloween, so I am now the proud owner of all 7 seasons of that particular TV show. I need to find my horror DVD bin and get in there and dig up the Crypt Keeper. I need to watch some of those episodes before Halloween. It is October 26th as I'm filming this particular video, so it is fast approaching. And speaking of the Crypt Keeper, there was an animated series that would air on ABC Saturday mornings. It was when I was in the 4th grade, I believe. It started in 1993. I think it aired for 2 seasons or so, and it was called Tales from the Crypt Keeper. It was a bit watered down, but it was awesome to see Crypt Keeper having a bit of competition in that animated series. Like, there were some other EC Comics characters that showed up. You got to see the Vault Keeper. That was my first introduction to the Vault Keeper, and the Witch from EC Comics. So they were both trying to compete for show hosts. They would always get into these zany competitions. I think I remember them having a race in one of the episodes. It's been a while since I've seen the animated series. I think I remember one of the episodes in which these two brothers were trying to break into this guy's house because I think they thought he had a lot of money, but it was not what they bargained for at all. That was a fun episode. I don't remember the title or anything because, like I said, I didn't really watch the animated series that much. I did see one or two. And let's see. There have been a few radio dramas from Tales from the Crypt over the years. I think Sci-Fi Channel made them in the early 2000s, and I just listened to these about a year ago. And John Ritter, the late great John Ritter, is in one of those radio dramas, I believe. And one of my favorite voice actors of all time, Keith David, he also guest stars in one of the episodes. That was really cool. It really surprised me when hearing Keith David's voice coming out of my speakers. I was like, oh, wow, it's Spawn. No, wait, it's Goliath from Gargoyles. So it was really cool. And speaking of voice actors, the Crypt Keeper is voiced by the amazing John Kassir. And Mr. Kassir has and hopefully will continue to be one heck of a Crypt Keeper for some time to come. Man, he's got such a hysterical and contagious laugh. I remember being in a Spencer's Gifts while visiting Wisconsin in the summer of '95, and they had a life-sized animatronic Crypt Keeper. I guess you could buy them, and I hear the trademark high-pitched, demented cackle, and I knew right then and there that it was the Crypt Keeper. He starts talking about this recipe he's working on some kind of a cookbook, and he mentions shish kebab, and then he says something about, yes, I hear Bob's very delicious this time of year. So I giggled because the Crypt Keeper said my name. It was I got a really big giggle out of that. So he was everywhere in the 90s. They made a series of action figures. I think I had them. My aunt bought them all for me, I think for my 11th birthday in July. Probably, I think it was 2 years from the very week that I would have seen the show for the first time. You know, they had the Crypt Keeper in one or two different outfits. They had monsters that you could get. I think Frankenstein, Wolfman. They had a zombie, a little gargoyle. So yeah, they were marked down in a KB Toys in Memphis, Tennessee. So my aunt would always help me to visualize what was going on screen right along with my mom. Man, she came across some amazing toy finds over the years while I was vacationing in Memphis, as did my grandma. So, man, what a fun and scary show Tales from the Crypt was. I'm glad that folks still watch it. It's awesome to be able to watch the episodes whenever I want. And what can we talk about in our next Halloween month video? Maybe just random scary instances from horror movies that have creeped me out over the years. How about that? We won't be discussing any particular TV show or movie, just things that have gotten good scares out of me over the years. Different scenes in different horror movies, things like that next time. So be here for things that scared the pants off Bob in random horror movies next time. So have a spooktacular day, and I will hear you in the next video.